Education is changing. The way children learn today is very different from how learners studied years ago under the 8-4-4 system. And across Kenya, one question keeps coming up. What exactly is CBE? Welcome to Education Dissected, the channel where we simplify education and help parents, teachers, and learners understand the future of learning in Kenya. In today's video, we are going to break down what competency-based education really means, how it connects to CBC, and why it is now being used from primary school all the way to university level. So if you've ever been confused about CBE, CBC, or the changes happening in schools today, this video is for you. CBE stands for Competency-Based Education. It is the education approach currently guiding learning in Kenya. Many people know about CBC, which stands for Competency-Based Curriculum. But what many don't realize is that CBC was developed using the principles of competency-based education. In simple terms, CBE is the philosophy or approach, while CBC is the curriculum designed using that approach. The previous 8-4-4 system focused heavily on examinations and memorization. Learners often studied large amounts of content mainly to pass exams. But CBE introduces a different way of thinking. Instead of asking, can the learner memorize information? It asks, can the learner apply knowledge, demonstrate skills, and solve real-life problems? The main goal of competency-based education is to help learners develop competencies. And competencies are not just facts. They include communication skills, critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving, digital literacy, self-awareness, and the ability to work with others. So education is no longer only about scoring high marks. It is about preparing learners for life beyond the classroom. For example, a learner studying agriculture should not only know definitions from a textbook. They should also understand how to apply farming knowledge practically. A learner studying science should be able to investigate, experiment, and think critically. That is the heart of CBE. One of the biggest differences between CBE and the old 8-4-4 system is how learning takes place. In 8-4-4, classrooms were often teacher-centered. The teacher explained most of the content while learners listened and copied notes. But under CBE, learning becomes more learner-centered. Learners participate actively through projects, group discussions, research, presentations, practical activities, and school-based assessments. This explains why learners today are involved in portfolios, practical assignments, and continuous assessments. CBE believes that learners understand concepts better when they actively participate in the learning process. Because true learning is not just hearing information. It is using information meaningfully. So how is the new education system structured in Kenya? The competency-based education system now progresses through different levels: early years education, primary school, junior school, senior school, and finally, university, or technical and vocational education. At every stage, learners are guided based on their strengths, interests, talents, and abilities. This is important because not all learners succeed in the same way. Some learners may excel in sciences, others in arts, sports, technology, music, business, or technical skills. And CBE aims to nurture those different abilities instead of focusing on only one path to success. So why did Kenya move away from the 8-4-4 system? The world is changing rapidly. Technology is advancing. Workplaces now require creativity, innovation, communication skills, and problem-solving abilities. The education system also needed to evolve to prepare learners for modern challenges. That is why CBE focuses more on practical learning and competency development. Of course, every new system comes with challenges. Some parents are still learning about it. Some schools are still adjusting. And teachers continue receiving training and support. But understanding the purpose behind the system helps reduce confusion. So, what is CBE? Competency Based Education is Kenya's modern education approach that focuses on developing skills, competencies, values, and practical knowledge instead of memorization alone. It is the foundation behind the CBC curriculum currently being implemented across the country. And whether you are a parent, teacher, student, or simply someone interested in education, understanding CBE is important because it is shaping the future of learning in Kenya. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to Education Dissected for more simple explanations about the Kenyan education system. Like this video, share it with fellow parents and teachers, and leave a comment below telling us your biggest question about CBE or CBC. Thank you for watching. And remember, understanding education helps us prepare learners not just for exams, but for life.